Welcome to Writer's Life, the place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, and where you get the truth about the writer's life. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And punch the like button and tap the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one exciting video. So then, this is funny. I found myself I was putting up a Kindle Vella episode, and I had to run it through like Grammarly and do all that stuff, and it tells you like if you've used it before, you would know this, but it tells you if like like the not only the quality of what you're writing, but like if it's engaging or not. And it just told me like the episode I just wrote was a little bland, and I got pissed at it. So like that's like our future. We're gonna get pissed off at robots and AI and stuff. When like that's the future. Like you'll have like an emotional reaction to this machine. It's kind of crazy. It was like the first time I ever noticed it. Like I'm really pissed at Grammarly like right now because I that was a terrific chapter I wrote. How can it not recognize that? Oh my god. But anyway, retirement. All right. Again, a topic I've spoken about before, but and I've said till the cows come home that or till the cows come home. For all my Indian friends, it's a terrible accent, isn't it? Oh well. I don't consider writing work. I consider it like an art, and it's fun for me. Especially the freelance stuff is sort of workish, I guess. But I don't do a lot of it. So, but the fiction is just plain fun. For me, I just do what I want to do, write what I want to write, and sometimes I laugh out loud at what I'm doing. And it's always funny when people tell me like, "Oh, a fan sent me a note the other day. They're like, oh my god, I read Moonlight Runs in one sitting." By the way, I'm getting a lot of notes like that. People are reading it in one sitting, which is a good sign. But she said I cracked up at this one line that you wrote, and I forget the line already. But like sometimes when I mean to be funny, it's not so funny, and sometimes when I don't mean to be funny, it's very funny. So anyway, but I've been living this lifestyle for a lot of years now, and at times it's been harder than others because I had younger children and stuff like that. And even though it was difficult in the beginning, my first wife and I decided to have kids really early on. We got married really young, like I was like 22. She's a little bit older than me, but we had kids almost right away. And I remember distinctly talking about how like we're like if we have kids now, by the time we're like in our late 40s and 50s, they'll be grown up, and we don't have to worry about them as much anymore. You always worry about your kids, though. Believe me, any age. I'll be 90. Well, I don't think I'm making the 90, but you get my point. You never stop worrying about your kids. But anyway, so I don't have that to worry about anymore. I do have an 18-year-old daughter with my second wife, who I miss very much, but she's kind of mad at me right now, and she doesn't really speak to me much. So, but I keep trying. Doors always open. But like the student loans are paid. I have very little debt, just a couple of, one credit card, whatever. I could travel where I want, when I want. Sometimes stay for months at a time, that kind of thing. And to be honest, my day is I work anywhere between, or I write anyway, anywhere between 4 and 5 hours a day. That if I write / mark, I also have to do some marketing. If I spend 5 hours, it's a lot. It's usually about 4 hours, and in that 4 hours, I can get 2,000 or 3,000 words done. Again, because it's fun. If it wasn't fun, then I wouldn't be doing it. But like the other reason why this is like retirement living is because say I had a normal job. Say my main job, say I was a boring accountant. There I go again. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. It's like the third day in a row that I'm picking on accountants. I'm sorry. But no, I'm not. But like say I had like a normal job, right? And I wrote on the side. I remember my in-laws used to get so pissed off. They'd be like, "Why don't you work a real job and write on the side? You can do that on the side on your free time." And that's like the way they would put it to me too, like really rudely. And I'm like, I came into this marriage being a full-time writer, and that's what I'm gonna stay. Sorry. Anyway, that's for another time. But like if say okay, I turn 65 and I have my retirement party. What I'm doing now is what I would do then. Like this is how I would spend my retirement. I would become a full-time writer, and meaning I would write for 4 or 5 hours a day and smell the roses and travel and fish and ski and have a couple beers and just live those golden years. Um, but this is how I live now. So in a way, I'm very lucky, extremely, extremely lucky because I mean, although I'm retired from a regular working job and have been for over 20 years, I don't have any retirement benefits or anything like that. I'm not that old yet, but one day I will, God willing, right? So yeah, this is like being a full time writer uh, is like being retired. To be honest, no other way to put it. All right, that's all I got for you today. I will catch you guys. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, God willing. Ciao, ciao.